Hi, my name is Sifu Mackey. What I'm bringing to you today is an exciting set of drills that you can work with your students in class, or you can just do one-on-one with a partner. These are drills designed to develop the sophistication of blocking, because when I teach students most of the time I like to make sure that they're blocking first before they learn the offensive motion. So defense before offense is a very good mindset for any new student going into a martial arts training. Again, we're going to be developing the blocking structure. So if you guys are ready, grab a set of gloves and we'll get started. Alright, these are some drills again that you can use in your kids class. I've taught these in kids, teens, adult classes. I've taught them in seminars before. So today I'm going to use Mia. Mia's 10 years old. She's my youngest daughter. So she's going to be helping me out today with this drill. Alright? So here's how you get started. Basically you want to match people up in your class that fit the appropriate height and kind of skill set if possible. Alright? So we're going to be partners, and the goal of this exercise is to teach what's called an inward parry. So we're just going to be bumping it and deflecting, right? We're not doing hard, real hard blocking, right? So as the punch comes towards my nose, I'm just bumping it like that. Okay, so we'll take an angle. Again, punch, and I'm bumping. And then another punch comes, and I'm bumping, and I'm bumping, and I'm bumping, and I'm just bumping like this. So basically I'm just keeping my hand structure up, and I'm bumping. Notice that I'm keeping my elbows in, and this is the demonstration you're going to want to do for your students as soon as you start teaching. You notice that Mia's kind of punching with her shoulders up as well. That's going to be an important part of the structure, but you can focus on that right now or not, depending on the skill level of your kids. Alright? So we're going to take a Wing Chun drill called chain punching, which is basically just one punch after another right at my nose. So I'm just going to let her do that. Just go ahead in the air. So yeah, we're establishing trust, right? Then it'd be my turn, and then I would do it like this. And you can, as the instructor, just check to make sure your students, of course, are not close, right? So she starts the punching, and basically all I'm doing is blocking. You're going to get a few people who are going to kind of do this kind of stuff and big slaps, and you're going to get people who are punching way, way, way too low, and you'll have to make all those corrections, all right? So just make sure you're keeping an eye on that stuff. So the punching starts, and I'm just parrying inside like this. Now, we're both standing in what's called a neutral position, where we're just both wide open, right? Straight. We could be standing in a fighting position where she's punching at me, and I could be picking these punches off like this. I could switch my stance. Doesn't really matter. She could switch hers. She could leave hers right there, and I could switch mine. So you could get the students to switch back and forth for level 1 of a focus drill, right? Level 2 would be the punching would happen, right? We'd say switch. Everybody's going to switch their feet. And now I'm going to start punching, and here it comes. Oh! And now she's starting to do the parries. Remember, keep your elbows tight. So I'm watching my partner. If I'm a little more skilled than my partner, I'm making sure that she's doing it correctly. All right, we could go a level 3 on the focus, and we could start circling. Right? This is all increasing focus. And switch punching, go punch. And now I'm back punching. Or blocking, sorry. She's punching, right? And all I'm doing is just getting, I reach those punches to my nose, really make them reach. Make them real. Deeper, deeper punches. There you go. And now I switch, ready, and switch. And you can see that we're just taking turns. Keep your elbows tight. Bump them hard because I'm making hard punches. There we go. And time. Alright, so you can see that's level 1, just the inward parry. You can see the different levels of focus. You could take your whole entire month and wrap it around focus for your kids, your adults, your teens. Whoever you want to wrap that around, or whatever drill you want to do based on focus. Alright, so we'll take a break, we'll come back, and then we'll add the hook punch. Alright, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with me. We're going to do the hooking punch now. So we're going to start off like we did first. We'll bump gloves, right? A little partner trust. And she starts punching straight. And then as the instructor, you could like call right or left, or R or L, or 1 or 2, or whatever you want to do as a focus drill, right? So we're just going to say right and left. So when I say right, and she's going to give me, with this right hand, she's going to give me a big hook just to my ear, right? All right, so here we go. So she's got straights. I'm focusing on my parrying, and right. Boom. And I just pick my hand up. covering my ear, right? Making sure that I'm not getting that big heavy hook to my jawline. Okay, so if you want to do it in boxing range, real close quarter, you can cover this way, or again punching, you can do it in mid-range, ready and right, where I just block more outward, like an extended outward block, right? You can do it as a vertical, you can use your basics on blocking, you can mix it up, right? So here we go, and right, right, good, left, good, left, good, right, good, and now it's my turn. Ready? And no, you're going to block. Ready? And right. Good. I make them big so she can see them, right? I don't want to do them real tiny like this. See how that was just too tiny? I want to make them big right now. Explain to your students that this is an opportunity to grow seeing the technique, right? So I want to make them big so she can really see them. You never know, they might be two, right? Now check this out. We could go to the body, right? So I could go high, right, that was my left, her right. And, or I could go right, low, which she just shucks, keep that shoulder in, the elbow in nice and tight, right? So here we go again. Punches are coming. And then she goes high and low. And other side, high, other side, high, and low. Good, now it's my turn. I'm going to go high and low. Right? I'm the puncher now. Again, and high and low. And other side, high and low. And we can move in circles. And she never knows. Now I can mix them up randomly, right? So we don't know. Could just be checking everything. Could do doubles to develop that structure. And she's back to, don't slap down, remember? Turn the shoulders. There you go. And again, we're correcting our students along the way so that they develop good habits. So we got the inward and the outward. We'll take a small break. We're going to come back with the overhead. Alright, we're back. We're going to demonstrate the big heavy overhead. Now this is ideal for a smaller opponent attacking someone much bigger, and here's how it works, right? So I'm here, she's in her fighting stance, on mine, she throws a body straight punch to get me to drop, and then that big heavy overhead comes down, right? You see this in the UFC all the time. A lot of guys jumping in and wailing the big heavy overhead shot, goes over the defense, down through, cutting across the jawline, typically a nice knockout, right? So we need to be able to be ready to deal with that in close quarter range and also in mid-range. So here we go, back to the punches, and so I'm back to parrying. If my student is more advanced, I'm going to parry a little harder and switch. She needs to parry kind of hard. There we go. Alright, so we have the hook still, we're going to check those. Alright, you can still do a quick check, just to see if the shoulders and the elbows and everything is tight. But this time I'm coming big, and she's just going to cover with this one right here. And we're back. Okay? So, these are the new ones. Hooks. And big overheads. And switch, punch. Oh, now she's the puncher. So, ready? Overhead, big. Another hand, overhead, big. Good. Overhead, big. And overhead, big. Good. And now I'm going to check switch. Now I'm punching, and I'm going to put them all together, right? So we're going to do a quick basics check. I'm punching at her nose to make sure that it's real. And back to hooks. Could be high lows. Could just be high. Could be a couple low. Big overhead. Big overhead. Switching my stance. There's the overhead. There's the jab and the overhead. You can see how they glue together, right? And switch, punch. Now she's just going to mix it up. Don't really know where it's coming, right? Time. Alright, so now we've got that put together. We're going to take a little small break. We're going to come back and we're going to add the uppercut. All right, thanks for sticking with me. This is the last one. This will complete week number 4, right? Week number 1 is the punch. Week number 2 is the hook. Week number 3 would be the big overhead. And week number 4 in your curriculum could be the uppercut. All right, here we go. Ready? Punching. And we're going to do a check with a hook. Check with a hook. Body hook. Overhead. And now we have the uppercut. And watch this. So here I come. And notice that she's going to keep the elbow structure right in the way. Just making sure that the elbow is nice and tight and picks that up. Not scooping it in either direction, because that'll leave her vulnerable for maybe a takedown or a back attack. So she's just going to keep it nice and tight. So here we go. And I'm starting them off slow in the beginning, just to make sure, and switch. And now she's going to give me some uppercuts. We're just going to isolate it. Uppercut straight up the middle. There you go. No, just uppercut. Make sure it's both sides. There you go. Really reach them. Try to get my chin underneath. Good. And you can see I'm just bumping those, right? Sometimes, punch please. Uppercut, uppercut. Sometimes you may bump them. Sometimes she may just run straight into my arm, right? So it just depends. Either way is good, right? So you want to mix all of those up. I'm going to show you how Mia can mix them up. Here we go. She's blocking. And time. Alright, so what you guys have been able to see is you can develop this curriculum with your kids. You can see how good Mia does. She does a great job, keeps your elbows in. So it's a good way to warm your kids up over a week. Each week doing something different. By the time you hit the end of the month, your kids are going to be ready for that as a warm-up drill in your sparring class. Basically just going to team them up and then just say punch and block drill, whatever you want to call it. Everybody starts off with that. One more thing you can add is the push and punch. And we've done this one before, but where she's doing the blocking, right? Then I push and I just kick, and you'll see she keeps covered as well. She could scoop that out, right? So I'm punching, and I push. Here comes a kick, and she just scoops it, right? So you can add your kicks into this structure as well. Make sure that you're blocking, you get the pushing and the kicking, and so forth. We've also added chokes to this before, where she would do a wedging block. So I'm going to start punching. Then I reach around, you can see that she blocks, and I'm back to this again, right? So I could be checking, we don't know where it's coming from, all of a sudden there is me trying to choke. So you can add all kinds of things to this. Thanks a lot everybody, I appreciate it. This is the first installment of these drills. We're going to be trying to add some drills and skills that you guys can use in your school. These are drills and skills I've used in my school to develop world and state champions. I know they're going to work for you, and you guys have fun doing them. Great job. Way to go. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Again, that's one of the drills that I've been using for forever. I've been teaching martial arts for over 20 years, and it's one of those kind of fun interactive drills. A lot of people moving. You can call switch in the middle of that drill and switch your partner, and then your new partner comes up and you say, hey, how you doing? And then you guys can kind of build relationships there as well. So it's a good way to kind of get your students to know each other. Again, you can be punch, 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 and then call switch, and everybody runs around and finds a new partner. So I'm going to be bringing you guys hopefully some creative drills that you can use in your school. These were drills that I've used in my school to develop a very large student base over a period of time. Being that I don't actually run my school anymore, it was a choice of mine to actually close my school and do some different things with my family. I still want to bring you these exciting drills that you guys can use to develop champions. So again, I enjoyed making the video with you, and take what you just learned there today, expand on it, and I'd love to hear some comments from you guys on how you use a drill and you know, anything that you'd like to say. Be sure to post them in those comments below, and I guarantee I'll check out every one. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.